Hi there, my name's Adam again, and we are here to talk more Project Zomboid mods. Of course, using Codex, and Codex has been updated recently, but still, it's the same. So in the last video in this little series we've been doing, we spoke about creating new zombie types, and we created a screamer zombie, and it took a little while. We did go around in quite a few circles in order to get to to what we kind of wanted from our new zombie. But today I'm taking a slightly different approach, and we're going to talk about a few different zombie types that I've already created. So off the back of that, I have, as you can see here, created a few more. I'm going to talk firstly about the climber zombies, which, I'll be honest, are pretty scary. When you when you look at some of these videos about Project Zomboid and tactics around how to deal with zombies, a lot of the time people say, fences, windows are your friend, because zombies inevitably will try and vault a fence or go through a window and end up on the floor. It gives you an opportunity to whack it in the head whilst it's down. I'm just going to pop into options and into mods again, and you can see that I've enabled climbers here. Let's just make sure it's 1,000. 1,000 is the most. I think it goes from 10 to 1,000, so it's like, why it's not 0 to 100 I'm not sure, but it is 10 to 1,000, so let's do that. We'll stick to Apocalypse, I think, just so we can get some in. Let's just pick any old thing and go through. And the idea with this one is that hopefully we'll be somewhere near a fence, and if we are somewhere near a fence, then we'll be able to, attract some zombies over, and you can see what happens when they get over the fence. And then we'll talk a little bit after that about the sort of things that I was trying, and some of the things that worked, some things that didn't quite work, because we don't want to go around in circles quite a few times. Then I'm cutting the video up into bits, and it doesn't really flow very well. Come on, almost ready. Okay, so first of all, I'm on Apocalypse, so I don't have any weapons on me. Let's take a meat cleaver. That's pretty good. Let's go and try to find some fences. Here we go. Nice, a fence. Now, a zombie. Let's see. How are you going to come towards me? You're going to go around, of course you are. If I do that. Oh. Now we didn't do that. Come on. This feels like I've got a different mod on. He's taking a lot of damage. If I look down in my debug, so I've got Special Zombie Dead Heavy. It's one of the heavy zombies. Let's just quit out. Because this was one of the other zombie types. Maybe we'll talk about that instead. Options, mods. No, definitely got climbers, not heavy. That's interesting. Maybe I need to enable the lure. But anyway, so heavy zombies are probably the most straightforward ones. They're just the ones that have the here we go. They're the ones that have the most health, and so as it talks here, the heavy zombie had a health boost. So as you saw with that particular zombie, it took a lot of swings of that cleaver to go down. And you saw in the console how it was saying about the heavy zombie. Maybe I'll close, actually. Maybe I'll close this and load it back up. The problem I had with the heavy zombie, unfortunately, was that I couldn't make it heavy. So one of the things that I've been coming up against with Codex is that, you know, it's good for things that don't really have any sort of change in the animations or change in the actual zombie image itself. As soon as you do have something like that, it struggles. So one of the things that I had that I struggled with is that right at the start, when I launched the game, it threw an error. Because what it was trying to do is it was trying to expand the zombie out. I don't know really how. Maybe it was playing with the size of the zombie and didn't quite work. And as soon as I went into the game, it gave me an error. So I said, you know, it's not working correctly. Can we come up with something else? And what it did was, instead of trying to change the actual image itself, it made it so that it had an orange outline. And that's what we saw, you know, when we were playing the game. Had an orange outline to signify it as a heavy zombie. Of course, not ideal. We want it to look a bit bigger, a bit chunkier, a bit musclier. But when it did that, it also gave me an issue where it would flash. The orange wouldn't stay on, it would flash. So there we go, it says it's flickering on and off. Here it was refreshing every 250 milliseconds. Now it just does the scanning. Refreshes already detective heavy zombies every tick. So it's changed the way it's highlighting that zombie. So heavy zombies, fairly straightforward, not too scary. Let's pop back into Project Zomboid because I really want to show you some of the more interesting ones. The climber one. Let's try and make sure we can get that on. Right, so I'm into my options. Let's check my mods. I've got nothing ticked. That's interesting. Oh no, there it goes. So we've got enable climbers ticked. Let's go through and see what happens. So climbers was an interesting one because when we were going through and trying to create the climbers, we found that even though it seemed to try to update how the zombie was going over the fences, it would still keep falling over after it got over the fence. And you know, we went through it a few times and eventually got to the point where it was due to it was due to no real weapons. Never mind. It was due to the actual animation that it was running. So when it no, we've got heavy again. This is interesting. looks like we've got a problem. So let's just see if that makes any difference. So when I go to the climber zombies, what we were seeing was that, here we go, still falling over the fence. And it went through and says, oh, we're in labelling climbers. Fine, okay. And I said, well, they're still falling over the fence. And it had to look at some of the logs that it was creating itself. And then it started talking about the animation. I said, you know, how would we update the XML for the climb animation? Is that something we can do in a mod? And so it did. It had a look at the zombies. Got some of these climb fence, climb windows, end XML, which is kind of telling Project Zomboid what animations to be running. And it tried to do that. And I said, look, it's still falling to the ground. They go over the fence, they fall over, and then they get right up. And so it worked out the fact that, you know, removing the kind of on floor wasn't enough, telling the zombie to be on the floor. It was also actually part of the actual animation itself. And so it used the player animation in order to, you know, when the player vaults over the fence, they vault the fence, fine, and don't fall on the floor. And then eventually we managed to get it to work. Now, unfortunately, we seem to have an issue because it's got a bit mixed up. Oh. So the thing is, with spawning these different types of zombies, there are like different percentage chances of different zombies happening. But it looks like it's actually rolling for heavy zombies, even though it's not ticked. So heavy is checked before climber, so it's going into the heavy logic, not falling into the climber logic. Let's just leave it to finish, and then we'll get into Zomboid and get it done. Let's just go through the whole thing. We'll create a new character, we'll start a new game. I don't necessarily know if I need to start a new game, to be honest. I know that if you're creating a new mod and you're testing out a new mod, or if there's been any changes to the mod, you might want to at least reload the lure. But let's just start a new game just to be safe. And we are in. Right then. Oh, lovely baseball bat, I'll have one of those. Something to defend myself with. Let's go out then. Here we go, I can see climbers here. Doesn't help that it's foggy. That looks like a tall fence. is another tall fence. Let's get out of here. Oh, I know where I am. Let's go over here. We should see now that we do have fences. Look at them. Vault over like it's nothing. Wow. Well, if that doesn't scare you, I don't know what will. But if it doesn't, I've got something else for you as well. Actually, no, let's not quit to desktop. Let's just quit. Go back to the main screen. I'll update my mod. Not update it, but I'll change the actual options on the mod. Actually, no, didn't want to go into mods itself. Let's go into options. Let's go into mods. Let's turn off climbers and enable don't blink zombies. So this was an interesting one. It's probably the one that it got right the quickest. I'm going to change it to rising because I don't want too many zombies in there. Let's get yourself something. I don't want too many zombies in there. So we started with the climbers, and obviously you saw how quite scary they can vault the fences without too much issue. So the don't blink zombie. What we have here as one of my different zombie types is a zombie that, if you're looking at it, it will work. So it will move in kind of a, you know, a slow fashion. As soon as you turn your back, it will run. And you see some of these zombies, or these kind of like creature types in a few different. There we go. There's one. It's picked me up. Oh, you saw it run then. Lock in. It's not moving. Let's move again. Running at me. This was the other zombie types were, you know, you could manage them. This one was not nice. Not nice because as soon as you started getting a few of them, then all of a sudden you could very quickly start getting overwhelmed. Come on, down. Oh, there we go. There we go. So you saw how they were... Oh, I'm placing caps lock, that's why, not shift. So you saw how they all of a sudden came up from nowhere and were on me straight away. Now, fortunately, I've got God mode on in order to be able to show you these things. So that didn't hurt. But needless to say, if I didn't have God mode on, that would be it for me. So let's just move a bit more forward. We see some zombies started walking. I move away. They're both running at me. And then it just takes, it seems to take a second for them to all of a sudden decide to move again. Let's just stand on him. There we go. This one really keeps you on your toes. Really does. You look the wrong way and that zombie will be straight on you. Now I can hear one. Oh, there it is. As soon as I heard it, I'd start looking around quickly. Oh, no. I had to start looking around quickly. There we go. That zombie had heard something. Comes running in. Oh. again, I'm pressing caps lock. This one, oh, there's another one. And I'm trying to run, and they're all coming for me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is a bit too much. Well, let's just quit. So, a few different zombie types we've got there. And of course, you know, we've got to have a look at the interaction between the different types. As it says, it's kind of rolling to see which zombie type it's going to come up with, and it seems to be doing them in a particular order. That's why it was hitting the heavy zombies first, doing that check, and then failing. Of course, once it's failed on that, it should then go on to climbers. So I think one of the next things we'll do is turn them all on, and we'll see what the combination of these different zombie types comes out with. Of course, you know, as you saw me getting overrun with all of these don't blink zombies, you know, we're not in an actual game going to have these properties on all of the zombies at once. As you saw, I did get overrun very quickly. So let's enable them all. We'll put it on 100 maybe. That'll give us at least a 10% chance of getting them all. Let's enable climbers, enable heavy zombies. We've got everything on. Let's apply that and accept it. Let's go in and play again. So let's leave it on Apocalypse because I do want quite a few zombies in, so that I can test, you know, that these things are happening. So we should have 10% climbers, 10% screamers, 10% heavies, 10% don't blink zombies, and then everything else should be normal. Now, depending on where the logic's working, whether it does a quick check on a 10% and then does another quick check on a 10%, you know, and they're independent and they don't quite, you know, they don't work together. Not really sure what I'm trying to say. But you know, we would have something where it would be like 0 to 10 would be climbers, 10 to 20 would be something else, 20 to 30 would be something else, you know, on that kind of, you know, roll of 100. Let's try and find something. Oh, there was. Let's go over. That fell over. That fell over. So I've got a splinter, not a splinter, I've got a, you know, a don't blink zombie. What else have we got? Another zombie up here. Let's vault there. Fell to the floor. Fell to the floor. Right. So I'm not necessarily seen a climber, not necessarily seen a heavy either, and I haven't seen a screamer. All I've seen so far is one of these don't blink zombies. Don't look at them. None of them seem to be running. Oh, don't go round. There's a heavy, because it is highlighted in. That came over, fell. Let's just have a run. Heavy, heavy. Fell to the floor. Yeah, well, get him off the floor. Go on, get down. And, oh, okay. Are you anything in particular? No. Okay. So we've had a couple different ones now. Let's go in. Have not seen. Oh, there's a few. Fell on the floor. Fell on the floor. So I wonder if we need to just change what's going on with the climbers. Walking normally. Damn. There's the heavy zombie. Smash through the wall. Window. Okay. Fine. There's another one coming through. Now, fell over when it came through the window, so I don't think it's anything particular. No, there it goes. Oh. Let's get out of here. hello. There's a few more. All of them falling on the floor. That's one. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm indeed stuck. They're going to keep biting. Stop me from moving, I can't move. So let's close that. Oh, let's take caps lock off. Logic. To be not individual roles, but one role, and the result decides what type the zombie is. Let's try and make sure I can spell that properly. So essentially, what's happening is we're getting these independent roles. So if you've done maths at school, you know, we're getting individual probabilities that we're going to get a different zombie type. So as you can see here, you're going to get individual zombie types. So essentially, if you've got a 100-sided dice, then you will roll it for climbers. Did you get one? No, you didn't. Let's roll it again for heavy. Did you get one? No, let's roll it again. And they're independent, and they're different probabilities each time. It's only 10%. If you've got it set to 10%, of course. But here, what I'm asking it is to actually combine all of those different things. So if enabled screamer is 10, heavy is 40, climbers 50, 0 to 9 is screamer, 10 to 49 is heavy, because heavy's got a range of 40, 50 to 99 for a climber, because climber's got a range of 50, and then 100 to 999 is standard. So you've almost got like a 10% chance of getting one of those different zombie types instead of it being low for each one. So it is going to combine them all together, and then hopefully we'll get a better spread of different types of zombies. Check our options first. So we've got 100 on everything. So that should mean 0 to 99 is screamer, 100 to 199 is heavy, 200 to 290 is climber, that sort of thing. Let's just pick some bits and play. So before we were getting heavy zombies, we had a few of those, we had a few of the don't blink zombies, and I think it's because of the kind of order that they're being looked at. Hopefully this is going to give us a lot more balance. And we're back in the game. Let's go and see what we can find. Okay. Nothing at all. Excellent. Well, I'm going to eat the chocolate whilst I'm here. I can already hear things going on. Toilet. I do have a shed. I've got a chisel. Chisel seems decent. Okay, chisel it is then. Got a fence, which is nice. There is a zombie inside there. We've got two. There's a heavy. She didn't seem to be running. She's fallen on the floor. Looks like a normal zombie. Hello. Let's vault again. She's fallen to the floor. Cheeky. Heavy zombie. It's going to take a few goes to get this guy down. Oh no. Not bad. Oh. She splintered. Oh, I don't want to get stuck again, ideally. Yep, let's run. Look over, everyone has fallen over. Yeah. Let's try and thin the crowd. Oh, I see. I've lost. No, I've still got my weapon. Good work. I'm not seeing any screamers. Not screamers. Well, I'm not seeing any screamers, but I'm not seeing any climbers either. There's a few. Definitely. My turn. Oh no, no. Probably should have tried to vault a wall.
Hey!
Oh yeah. Oh, hello. One of them. Okay. Struggling. Still seeing more. Still seeing more. So that's kind of like really it. I mean, well, I'll have a play around with the logic a bit more. I'll try and get the logic to work a bit better. Work out if there's an issue with the climbers. But as you can see, you know, it's working reasonably well. You know, with these mods, it works well with where you're not having to make any visual changes. Okay, we had a visual change with the way that the climber zombies were vaulting over the fence, but you know, we already had the animation there, so we could put that in place, or other codex could put that in place. It was when you know, we had our heavy zombies and we needed to make a difference to it, to the actual image of the zombie. That's when it kind of fell over a little bit. So stuff that's already built into Project Zomboid, it worked well. Stuff that isn't, it's probably going to take a bit more time. I might come back to the heavy zombies and see what's actually involved in creating those, to see if we can make some sort of a difference. But until then, I think I'll wrap that up. It's gone on for long enough now, I think. But yeah, it's coming along nicely, and hopefully I'll have something polished really soon.